Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is going to be a cappella today. Our first congregational song is Thank You for This Day, Spirit. All right, hurry up. So please join in. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My fabulous, my fabulous, my fabulous life. My fabulous, my fabulous, my fabulous life. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Just let it go. You gotta let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and through the snow and sleet and hail, we shall provide service. So here we are, and I have to commend you each for getting out of a nice warm bed and getting the 4-wheel drive all tricked out so you can get here without sliding down the hill. But I want to thank you all for being here and for making the effort to be here, and you in Zoom land in your nice warm cozies. We're glad you're here too. So we're going to do what we do every Sunday, and that's recite our vision mission statement, which is coming up on the screen. There it is, which says we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. And that's what we stand for here is we don't want to convert you. We want to make you the best you want to be. So we're glad you're here. We've been expecting you. Thank you for not disappointing us. And we are going to have some announcements. So I'm going to invite Paula Peterson up here, to our board president practitioner extraordinaire, and she's going to give us some announcements. Thanks, Paula.
Thank you, Reverend Steve. What a joy to be here, and what a joy to see all of you. When you come in, not those of you on Zoom, welcome, but when you come in the door and you pick this up, I just want to remind you that our wonderful office manager, Cindy Grondal, prints out the insert, and that contains all of the announcements. So if you think that you missed something, or you want a number of a practitioner or Reverend Steve's number, it's right here. You can take it home with you. It's so handy, and we are so grateful for Cindy doing that every week. Yay. And then the first announcement today is that a mask update about our mask wearing here. Our community risk level has moved to very high. To keep our center open, which we really want to do and we enjoy being open, we are requiring face masks, and that they be worn correctly. Face shields can be worn in addition to masks, but not in place of. And if you have any issues about this or would like to discuss this, please contact Reverend Steve. We understand that on Zoom, our sound isn't always what we would like it to be. I just want you to know that as a board, our minister and our board, we are working on this issue to make it better, and we'll be addressing this. So thank you for your patience. In December, which is the last Sunday in December, that we have a membership drive going. And if you want to join the new class, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, will be discounted by $100. So that means that you only pay the certificate fee, which is $45. If you're currently a member, the class will be discounted by half. So that means you pay $50 for the class and your certificate fee. On December 31st at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on the Centers for Spiritual Living Facebook page, so not our Facebook page, but the mothership Facebook page, there will be a Heart of Peace World Healing Meditation. So you can join that from the comfort of your home at 4 a.m. If you want more details, it is in the e-news. We have a fundraising committee meeting Sunday, January 9th. That's the second Sunday in January, and it'll be at noon right here in the sanctuary. And we're going to discuss future fundraising activities, so bring your ideas and your enthusiasm. We still need counters after the service, and we still also need an AV person to help out with Jamaica and Reverend Steve on the world of AV. So our Wednesday evening gathering is on hold until further notice. We have a metaphysical book study group that Reverend Steve will be starting the first Sunday in January, which is next Sunday, January 2nd, will be from 9 to 9:45 in the LEC. And they will be, we will be studying the book, The Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwin Gaines. There will be a suggested love offering of $5 per time. You will learn about the principles of tithing and giving, setting clear goals, forgiveness and worthiness, finding your divine purpose. And also that other new class that I talked about, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, That is a 5-week class starting Monday, January 3rd from 6 to 8:30 in person here at the center. Students will find a new perspective in creating ideal relationships, prosperity, and health. They receive a greater understanding of the metaphysical principles that govern our life. Contact Reverend Steve for more information. And now I'll gladly turn this over to Chris, and she will sing We Are One.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony, as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony, as peace has come, as we are one.
Oh no, Kim is.
Good morning, all. Lovely to see you all here. Love to see you on the screen. It is just an absolutely gorgeous day outside. I know that in some ways it's not because it's wet and cold, and hard to drive in. Where do you really need to go today? You could be on Zoom or you're here, which is lovely. Anyway, if you'll read with me, but first I'm going to do the gong because I often forget to do it. We're gathered. And if you'll join with me, the gratitude, there should be up on the screen. As this year fades into the new, I am so grateful for the blessings of 2021 and the ever greater gifts I know are on the way to me and all of us. And so it is. And again, welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Kim Hebo. I'm a program practitioner today, and Deborah Perdue and looks like Paula Peterson are doing our practitioners at the table, holding a high watch, knowing for all who are here and Deborah for all who are on Zoom that we were all one and that we are keeping together ourselves with you. And if you need some prayer after, Paula is available, I'm available. And of course, you now have the little yellow sheet that has the availability of any practitioners that you can make contact with. And also, if you don't really want to talk to someone in person, you can fill out a yellow prayer request. Or if you had some incredible demonstration, or it could be even a tiny demonstration, that's what the blue things are for. There's a little box back on the table that you can put those in, and then we'll pray all week for you. And the flowers, they've been here. they're trying, they've stayed alive. Of course, I suppose it helps there's been cold in the sanctuary, because we haven't been here since last week. And if for some reason you still have a cell phone on, or any other thing that makes incredible beeping noises, then we'd love to know that God is here with us. We can turn this off. And let's read the prayer. As the new year comes close, I'm open to the sweet new dawn, filled with so much promise. I expect the absolute best, and I know my expectations are filled in a magnificent way by Spirit, and so it is. And we'll sing, I'm loved.
I am loved. The love of God is in my life. I am loved.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. And at this moment, if you'll just take a moment in silence, I'm going to read from this month's December's Signs of Mind. And though this was really for the solstice, I felt that it was a really just a wonderful way of holding in our hearts and our minds what might be important to keep. The winter solstice signifies the sun's simultaneous death and rebirth. It's a time to leave mortal pain behind and adopt the healing of spirit. It's a time to be reborn. Here's a meditation. If you'll just close your eyes and maybe actually just do this meditation. Imagine a beautiful altar made of light. Go to the altar and leave all you no longer need or want on the altar. That's right. Today is the day to let go and let God. When you are finished putting all of your pain, terrible memories, the shame, the guilt, everything you no longer need on the altar, watch the altar of light, absorb it all. Watch it all become light. Now look down and see a shallow pool of beautiful light at your feet. Step in and let the light fill you up. Let it fill all the spaces that once held the stuff you just left behind. When you feel complete, step out of the pool and return to your body in the room where you have been meditating. Let yourself be renewed. If we could give up all of our pain, offer them on the altar of faith and light to the giver of all life, we will be healed. It is not easy to release our troubles. We are prone to linger with them, but by the effectual and fervent prayer, we gradually lose false thought into the native nothingness. God is perfect life, and where we enter his light, we are healed. That was Ernest Holmes in the Signs of Mind. This day and every day, we do allow the light to be us, to shine within and without us, each and every one of us. hold that thought, hold that light. And know that it is yours to shine at any moment, at any time, no matter what. And so it is. Now we'll have some special music. Followed by Reverend Stephen's talk. Thank you.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? We too have run about the hills and gathered flowers fine. We've wandered many a weary foot since old lang syne. We too have sported in the brook from morning sun till dawn, but the seas between us have roared and swelled since old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, the seas between us have roared and swelled since old lang syne. Oh, here is a hand, my trusted friend, and give me a hand of mine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you all here in person and in Zoom land, and welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve. How you guys doing out there? Hi, Linda. So December, this is the last talk of December. December's theme is the journey of becoming. What are you becoming? And this week's title is The Light of a New Dawn. You know, the December 21st was this winter equinox where the days, minute by minute, start getting longer, which actually starts the beginning of winter. It's so weird. You'd think that it'd be the coldness of this time, and then it gets warmer. But no, the days are getting longer. The journey of this year comes to an end. We know that it is simply the beginning of another cycle in our lives. And in each solstice is a stillness, a few days to just pause, give thought to what this year has been. The days begin to lengthen, and this is a time to sit and be still with ourselves right where we are. Listen to that still small voice that speaks to us giving ourselves over to the mystery we call life. When was the last time you gave yourself over to this mystery called life? You know, I'm a control freak, so I don't like giving over control very often. But there comes a time in meditation where we have to completely let go, where we may even forget who we are, what we're doing. And that's a good thing, because we're so on purpose all the time that we don't ever take a moment to relax. As this year fades into the new, and as a new, subtly bright dawn becomes upon us, we ask ourselves, as the visionary leaders of our life, what dawn calls to us for the next leg of our journey? Maybe you're at the precipice right now of a whole new life, a whole new experience in your life. And we all are. You know, every day is a new chance to start over again. What magic does the next sunrise call us to be, to do, or to have in our lives? What's your dream? What's your vision? What's your goal? What are you going to be when you grow up? And you know, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. So how are you being called to fulfill the promise of your next vision? You know, when we got called into this thing called life, we signed a contract. And the contract says that you are going to try to fulfill something. Now, only you know what that contract means that you've come here to fulfill. And I think that we spend most of our lives trying to figure that out. Like, hopefully by the end days, we go, oh, this is why I've been doing it all along and not known that I'm actually fulfilling a contract. Our hearts begin to be filled with gratitude and enthusiasm, being in the Spirit. And as the new day breaks and the new year calls us forward, let's take a moment to collect ourselves before this new journey. You know, from the Center for Spiritual Living Global Heart Vision, it's written, we envision a world in which we live, grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects us through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. You know, but we have to know we're using it. We have to be conscious of what we're doing. It's like being in the zone. You know the zone? You know when you're firing on all cylinders? Maybe you've taken on a project to do something and you've put it off till the last minute, and then you've got to get busy, you know, get that term paper done before the due date, you know, midnight tonight. You got to figure it out. Or maybe it's a work project that you put off and now your boss wants, you know, your info. And all of a sudden you just slip into this mode where you are it and you get it done. And you get it done better than you thought you ever could, because you knew you could or you wouldn't have taken it on. And all of a sudden you're in the zone. You know, and they talk a lot about this zone in sports, when you're just firing on all cylinders, everything's happening the way you want it to in the game. And they call it being in the zone. But I'd like to spiritually take it to a new level. What if you knew that you weren't just in the zone, but you are the zone itself? You've never been out of the zone unless you've taken yourself out of the picture. The most powerful place that you can play is being the zone in your life. You know, we believe the ultimate goal of all life is to be complete freedom from every discord of every nature. And this goal is sure to be attained by all. You are a unique, divine, perfect, unrepeatable miracle. And as you live from this consciousness, you manifest joy's possibilities and unified conditions into existence. That's what we're here to do, is to have things come into alignment and to be present while it does it. You know, we think we're doing it, And it's actually doing what it does, but we've gotten our bloated nothingness out of the way long enough for it to all come together for us. You know, maybe there's some work to do. Maybe there's something to know. Maybe there's a new book to read or a workshop to take or a, you know, something to be said by the minister on Sunday morning that's going to do it for you. But, you know, it rarely happens that way. It's really something that you already have within you, or you wouldn't have made it this far. You know, if we're going to burn out, we would have burned out a long time ago. Every person is surrounded by a thought atmosphere. This mental atmosphere is the direct result of thought, which in its turn becomes the direct reason for the cause of that which comes into our lives. That's Ernest Holmes in The Creative Mind and Success, page 11. It's already there. We're already it. As I say most Sundays, you're not going to be any more spiritual than you are right now. You're just not. Because you were born spiritual. You're already it. But we only demonstrate to the level of the degree that we become conscious of. So where are you in your waking in consciousness in this life? Have you hit the snooze bar so many times that it's broken? That it won't even turn on anymore? Your alarm has actually been pushed off the side of the bed onto the floor? Because, you know, it's, when I'm sleeping, it's too bright, those big red letters, you know, tell me what time it is. So I've just got 3 quick talking points. I'm going to keep it abbreviated today because I know that you guys have to. And I see it's still snowing out there. So nice. How often do we get snow like this? You know, once every few years. So I'm glad you guys, you know, decided to put your big boots on today and get out of the snow with me. So my first talking point is, I am the ancestor the future generations speak of. We are the ancestors of a future generation. You know, you think about your ancestors right now, and they were sitting in a place just like where you are sitting right now at one point, having this experience. You know, some group got together and decided that this church would be a good idea. You know, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I was somewhere else having an experience, but somebody built this for us to have today. They all paid it forward so that we could have this little experience and remember who we are. And we are paving the way for those that are following us, who possibly haven't even been born yet. But we're holding that place for them because we know that this is a good idea. It's a good idea to think positively, to look for the good, you know, to want something powerful to happen. Meeting the ancestors of the future is as easy as looking into the person next to you or in front of you or behind you. That person delivering packages to your home, marching and speaking out against something they believe is a wrongdoing. You are the beloved. You are the future ancestors. And who you are and what you do and what you say right now directly impacts and affects life in the days and years to come. What are you leaving behind for humanity? You know, Chris sang that beautiful song, Old Lang Syne, which is perfect for, you know, I mean, we've had it up to here with Christmas. I love Christmas music, but, you know, the day after Christmas, I don't want to hear another, you know, Silver Bells. I'm sorry, but I love it. But now it's time to get into the new year and sing that song perfectly. Thank you for picking that song, Chris. It's into what we're doing. We're looking ahead to the new year. And I always say, Happy New You, because this is a chance for you to put whatever happened yesterday behind you and step into this moment fully orbed and resplendent. Will you be the ancestors spoken of as blazing the trail for growth? Or are you a bridge burner? And it's okay. Just know where you are. Are you a builder or a wrecker? You know? And a lot of us builders run around behind the wreckers, you know, rebuilding everything. Because that's what we do. And wreckers, they go around wrecking things because that's what they know to do. They know to blow things up so that somebody else can build it. I just want to find a builder who is a wrecker and a wrecker who's a builder, and that they can take care of it themselves, you know? You don't have to worry about somebody else coming up and cleaning up after you. We envision a world in which we live, grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. Number two, it is said that music is the soundtrack of our lives. The words and the melodies of songs impressed upon our minds and hearts, and the joys of growing up and dating and pain and love and hurt. When we hear a certain song, have you ever been triggered? Like this song comes on and you just, the floodgates open and you are back in that situation where that experience happened. Because music has that power to do that. All of a sudden, you'll just be like, you know, in the 50s again, if you hear that music, you know, it just takes you back. You can actually know what you were wearing on the day you heard that song, you know, but if I asked you, you know, what you were wearing on your 16th birthday, you probably wouldn't know. But music has this way of doing that. So what song are you singing this year? I'm singing the song of letting go this year and starting all over again. I'm singing a song of goodness and a great goodbye to what has happened before. You know, whatever happened, happened. It brought exactly what we needed to fulfill us and bring us to this moment. It doesn't need to be judged good or bad. It's just what happened. And now we get to move on and start a whole new story. What song are you singing in your life? And I invite you to start singing a tune of dwelling in the presence and being the unique, unrepeatable being that you've come here to be. There is nobody like you. There is nobody that can occupy the space that you are occupying right now. Nobody does it like you. Nobody has the favorite songs that you like. Nobody has the favorite colors that you like. There's a lot of people who have similar things, but you are a unique thumbprint of God. So let's start singing a different tune of dwelling in the presence and being that unique, unrepeatable way of life that you've come here to be. And I invite you to think about what is your song on this leg of your journey. What is your anthem? You know? What, is it Rocky theme? Dun, 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 dun. Or is it, you know, well, you fill in the blank. You know what song works for you, but become that song. My last point is that today is Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a celebration of the history of the ancestors. We celebrate this day in Imoja, and the Kwanzaa is observed in the value of African-American history. And the values include family, community, responsibility, commerce, and self-improvement. What a great idea. Like a holiday for self-improvement. Like, I'm in. I'll do that. How can I improve myself? How can I be better? You know, I'm not better than anybody, but I'm better than I was yesterday. And that's all that we have to do is strive to be better than we were yesterday. And we're getting somewhere. There's no competition. There's no competition between us. But if you sit me down in a race, I'll try to beat you. It's just part of our inner thing is that we have competitive energy in us because we want to do better for all of us. We want to win the game. I didn't come here to play. Playing is fun. But I came here for a W. I came here to be the best I could possibly be and then dream even bigger. Isn't that why we're here? Is to I want to be an author. I don't just want to be an author. I want to be a best-selling author, right? I want to, if you're going to do it, jump in the deep end, do it. Go do and have what you came here to do. Don't play in the kiddie pool if you're ready for the deep end. You know, there's nothing wrong with the kiddie pool. It's just that there's only so much water in there for everybody, you know? You got to get in the big Olympic-sized pool if you're going to do some laps. So, in conclusion, find the perfect balance in your life of dwelling in the past, in looking at the future, but being in the now. You know, the past is history, future is mystery. That's why they call this moment the present, because it's all you got. All we have is right here and right now. We have to make the best of that. So know that you are living the perfect life right now in the human form. If you were to ask the divine right now, what should I be doing? The divine would be holding up a mirror saying, you're doing it. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. There are no mistakes. Thank God we get do-overs. But we don't have to redo our lives. Our lives are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Be free from all discord and consciously make moves today that bless you and future generations. Go set some records. Go do something big. Go all out. You know, this one goes to 11. You know, turn it up to 11. And just don't hurt your ears. Write and sing that song of your splendor. Don't die with your music still inside of you. You were here to sing, and you are the song. So I thank you all for coming today and singing the song of life with us. And that concludes my talk. Thank you all for coming. Well, it's time for us to follow our teaching and go within. So I just invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or take a soft focus on something so you can go deeper. But let's take a moment to just remember who we are. And what I invite you to do is bring to the forefront of your consciousness and what you believe. I think that we can agree that there is a power that's going on. This power that guides the stars and beats our heart and breathes our body is the power of divine creation. And it is always on, always happening, and happening right now as who and what each one of us is. And in that field of unification, where there is only one of us here, we find the miraculous energy of love. For truly, love is the glue that holds everything together. And it is because of that love that we have come to this plane of existence to be, to do, to have, and to share ourselves with this divine creation called life. And as we step into our power, as we become the zone itself, all of a sudden, everything needed for the miraculous energy of your greatest yet to be has come together. You are exactly where you need to be right here and right now for the ultimate healing of life to happen. So we allow that to happen right here and right now. Whatever came before this moment is part of our healing. It brought us to this moment. And whatever happens after this is part of our blessing. But I think we can agree that that creative energy of love and life is making a connection right here and right now. Allow that feeling of comfort to wash over you. For as we move our mind from the challenge, whatever we're walking through, to our creative energy, the healing essence, the miraculous energy can slip in. And all of a sudden, things begin to change. And that's what's happening right here and right now. As we all release whatever happened in the last year and look to this new, fresh baby year that's before us, new ideas are forming. New creative energy is being called forward into your greatest yet to be. So let's give thanks for the miraculous energy of healing that's happening right now in each one of our lives. And for the truckloads of good that are on their way right here and right now as who and what we are. So we just easily and effortlessly let go, releasing this word directly into the living, loving law of mind where it is already done, as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Well, again, thank you for joining us this morning. It's time for our offertory. So if you'd like to take your gift, put it on your heart, or just your hand on your heart, if that's what you're giving today, let's recite this together, which says, I give with generosity and with gladness in my heart, knowing the gifts of spirit are plentiful and abundant. I am rich with blessing, and I share my good freely, and so it is. Amen. Well, it's time to say an offering, and I invite you all into Zoom land to click your give button. We have several ways we can give. You can mail a check, you can go to our Vanco app, you can drop a letter in the mail, but in some way give, because when you give, it starts the whole process of receiving. So let's bless this offering today. We know that these tithes and gifts have been collected, and they're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. It does good work in the world and blesses the giver and receiver. It does good work in this community and allows the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living to be open and available to those who are seeking higher wisdom and guidance. And even for those that don't know that that's what they're looking for, we are here to be of service. And these tithes and gifts allow that to happen. So we give great thanks. And we release this word directly into that divine energy, knowing it is already done, as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Well, it's time for our song. So Chris, would you come up and lead us in our last song?
Yeah.
Yes, let's stand.
Let's do this together.
Yeah, we need your help.
I definitely need your help. I wasn't prepared for this one. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, and we all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. When Let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
So, let's have our benediction. Please repeat after me, if you will. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind,
It's happening in my mind,
in my body,
in my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
in the body of my affairs.
I think it,
I think it,
I feel it,
I feel it,
and I know it.
I know
Just
it,
the way that it is,
just the way that it is,
just the way that it is not.
just the way that it's not.
Thank you, life.
thank you.
Thank you, life.
Have an awesome New Year, Happy New Year, and we will see you next year. Blessings. Enjoy.